Dear friends, in class 7 we are studying fifth lesson, lines and angles. And next point is transversal of parallel lines. Let us try to understand. If there are two parallel lines, these two are parallel lines, line A, line B, and line C is a transversal. Line C is a transversal. Then line C makes 8 angles with the two parallel lines. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We have already studied their names. Now next point is, if the lines are parallel, if line A is parallel to line B and line C is transversal, line C is transversal, then you will notice that the corresponding angles are always equal. So we can say, if, if a transversal if a transversal if a transversal cuts if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are always equal. It means angle 1 will always be equal to angle 5. Angle 2 will always be equal to angle 6. Angle 3 will always be equal to angle 7. Please note, we have already studied which angles are said corresponding angles. So here angle 4 will be equal to angle 8. These are corresponding pairs. This is what we have studied. And corresponding angles are equal. If two parallel lines are like this, and transversal is something like this, that is if line PQ and T, in this case line P is parallel to line Q and line T is transversal. Then you will notice that line T makes 8 angles with the parallel lines, and if we take the names A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, then you will notice that angle A is equal to angle E, angle A is equal to angle E, angle B is equal to angle F, angle C is equal to angle G, and angle D is equal to angle H. So we have studied very important sentence. If a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then corresponding angles are always equal. And converse of this statement is also true. If corresponding angles made by transversal with two lines are equal. If the corresponding angles are equal, then line must be parallel. Then lines must be parallel. Please note, these are two opposite statements, converse statements of each other. If corresponding angles made by transversal with the lines are equal, then the lines are parallel. Let us try to understand the meaning of this. So we don't know whether lines are parallel or not, but we know that the corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles, any one of the pair is congruent. If you know that this angle is congruent to this angle, that is, let us give them some name, P and Q. If angle P is equal to angle Q, then these two lines, that is L, M, N. In this you will notice that N is a transversal and L and M are two lines. If angle P is equal to angle Q, you can take any pair of the corresponding angles. So here I have taken one of the pair. If one of the pair of the corresponding angles is equal, then lines must be parallel. Then line L must be parallel to line N. Please note one more statement we are going to study regarding corresponding angles formed by parallel line and transversal. F shape is considered for the corresponding angles. You can see here angle 3 and angle 7. This is F shape. Angle 3 and angle 7. You will notice that this is angle 3 and this is angle 7. So this is for F shape. Now if you take the another 4, 5 and 1, you will notice that it is like this. This is angle 5, this is angle 1. Please note this is just an inverted F. Now if you take 2 and 6 is also something like this, which is a mirror image of F shape. Then if you take 4 and 8, this is 4 angle and this is 8 angle. So F shape is considered for corresponding angles. Here also if you see angle A and angle E. Angle A, this is angle A and this is angle E. You will notice that these forms are F shape. Then angle B and angle F. Angle B and angle F. This is angle B and this is angle F. If you take another angle D and angle H, again you will notice that it forms, and this is angle D and this is angle H. So you will notice that they always form F shape. Thus you can say that F shape stands for corresponding angles. Next, let us try to understand about alternate angles. Alternate angles we have already studied. That angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate angles, angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate angles. If a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then alternate angles are also equal. Alternate interior angles, alternate interior as well as exterior angles. Alternate interior angles are always equal. We have already studied alternate pairs are angle 4 is always equal to angle 6 and angle 3 is also equal to angle 5. Please note this forms a Z shape. So here angle 4 and angle 6 are forming a Z shape. So 4 and 6 are alternate angles and they are always equal if they are formed by parallel line and a transversal. Then in this figure, if you see line P is parallel to line Q and T is a transversal, then also we can say that alternate angles are equal. It means angle B is equal to angle H. Angle B is equal to angle H and angle C is equal to angle E. Please note here angle 3 and angle 5. If you see angle 3 and angle 5, it is a mirror image of alphabet Z. So this is also can be said as Z. We can say that Z shape stands for alternate angles. Here also you will notice that if you take B and H, you will see they form something like this. So it is just a tilted Z or a mirror image of the letter Z. If you take C and E, you will notice that it is either mirror image of Z or it is Z itself. Converse statement is also true. If alternate angles made by transversal with two parallel lines are equal, then the lines must be parallel. Please note, alternate angles are equal if and only if lines are parallel. So if they are equal, if we don't know whether lines are parallel or not, If we know that alternate angles are equal, then line must be parallel. So converse statements are also true. Please note these are converse statements of each other. Here lines are parallel, this is given to you. If lines are parallel, it is given to us, then we can say that alternate interior angles are equal. And if we are not given lines are parallel, but we are given in alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say that lines must be parallel. So this is what is converse statements of each other. So here we are given line P, angle, we will take alternate angles. Here if this is angle A and this is angle B, if angle A is equal to angle B, please note here angle A and angle B are alternate angles, and if alternate interior angles are equal, then also we can say that line L is parallel to line M. Thus Z shape, you will notice in the figure I have already explained, Z shape shows, or Z shape stands for alternate angles. Alternate angles. Dear friends, next part is about interior angles. Let us try to understand interior angles. Interior angles. So if transversal cuts two parallel lines, then interior angles to the same side of transversal they are not equal but are supplementary. They are supplementary. Please try to understand the statement of this. Meaning of the statement. Here angle 3 and angle 6. Angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. And angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is also equal to 180 degrees. Please understand the meaning. If a transversal cuts two parallel lines, here C is the transversal and line A is parallel to line B. In this case, if line A is parallel to line B and C is the transversal, then we can say that interior angles are always supplementary. Supplementary means if you add them, their addition will be always 180 degrees. We have already studied if the sum of angles is 180 degrees, we call those angles as supplementary, and if the sum of two angles is 90 degrees, we call those angles as complementary angles. Now see, in this figure, you will notice if we are given that line P is parallel to line Q and line T is a transversal, then I can say that angle B plus angle E, angle B plus angle E is equal to 180 degrees. Also I can say angle C plus angle H is equal to 180 degrees. It means interior angles formed by parallel line and transversal are always supplementary. Converse statement is also true. If interior angles are supplementary. If interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Then the lines are always parallel. Always parallel. Here, if you know that if angle A plus angle C, let us give some name to this angle C. Angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Here we are not given that A is equal to B. We are given A plus C is equal to 180 degrees. Please note, they are interior angles, and if interior angles are supplementary, then the lines must be parallel. So this is converse statement. These are converse statements of each other. And please note, C stands for interior angles. Interior angles. So here you will notice that 3 and 6 are forming C shaped. 4 and 5 also form C shaped. 3 and 6 forms C shaped. 4 and 5 forms the image of C shaped. Here D and E also forms a C-shaped or either C-shaped or a image, BNE, and CNH. This is BNE, this is CNH. CNH. You will notice that they always form either C-shaped or the mirror of C shape.